nice weather on the way as we head through the evening and into the night. We're also going to cool down a little bit more with lows falling into the 30s just about across the board. Closer to 40, if not a little bit above that in extreme portions of southeastern KELOLAND. But still, this is closer to average for this time of year. And speaking of closer to average, that's tomorrow if you're East River in the low 60s. Closer to 70, though, farther west. We'll go through the rest of your forecast coming up. But until then, First to 4 starts right now.
From KELOLAND Media Group. KELOLAND News, first at 4.
The challenges of parking large vehicles downtown. Why the topic is before the Sioux Falls City Council coming up.
Plus, what we know about a water main break creating issues for drivers in southeast Sioux Falls.
Then a little later, gearing up for the winter season at Great Bear. We're going to tell you about an event that's happening this weekend. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. A search is underway for a 12-year-old Nebraska boy who went missing yesterday.
Holden Duncan hasn't been seen since getting off a bus near Crofton High School yesterday. Crofton is just south of Yankton. Duncan is 4 foot 3 inches tall and weighs 80 pounds. He was last seen wearing black long sleeve Under Armour shirt, black sweatpants, and black Nike shoes. If you see him, call the Knox County Sheriff's Office.
A former tribal law enforcement officer has been sentenced after being convicted of multiple crimes. 48-year-old Lloyd Emerson Elk of Kyle was sentenced to a total of 50 years in federal prison. He was previously convicted of 4 counts of aggravated sexual abuse of a minor, 1 count of abusive sexual contact, and 1 count of witness tampering. A Georgia man will spend time in a South Dakota prison for sexually assaulting a teenage girl while vacationing in Rapid City. 50-year-old Christopher Thomason was sentenced to 5 years in prison. In July, he entered an Alford plea to an amended charge of child abuse and sexual contact. An Alford plea allows defendants to maintain their innocence while acknowledging that sufficient evidence exists for a conviction.
South Dakotans will once again be able to safely dispose of unused or unwanted medications. Biannual prescription drug take-back day is this Saturday. Medications can be disposed of in a secure drop box at participating locations like pharmacies and police stations. Since South Dakota began taking part in the Take Back Day in 2016, over 95,000 pounds of unused medication has been collected.
A water main break caused streets to fill with water near Cherry Rock Park. Crews quickly responded and the water went down, but it left behind some damage along Southeastern Avenue just off 18th Street. As you can see, chunks of the road washed away, and there was also a lot of debris.
That's kind of unusual for this time of year.
Yeah.
You think about that during the winter a lot of times when there's a water main break.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like winter out there yet, Adam. Another nice day.
Yeah, we're not going to be worrying about freezing pipes anytime soon, and we haven't even been able to get close to freezing temperatures over the last, week or so. We briefly saw that earlier this month, but that's been right back to the status quo. We'll go to Platte to kick things off this time around on this Tuesday afternoon. Nice afternoon out there, so enjoy it if you have the chance to do so. A little on the breezy side in a couple of areas, though. Meanwhile, here in Sioux Falls, we'll head on over to Falls Park. 73. Notice that wind out of the north now at 19 miles per hour. That's going to help usher in some cooler temperatures that we're already starting to see up to the north and west. Notice all those 50s up there. 54 in Holbridge and Buffalo, 50 for Faith and Spearfish, 59 in Rapid City, 57 for Pierre, and 56 in Aberdeen. Compare that to the mid-70s, still hanging tough to the southeast. And it is, compared to yesterday, noticeably cooler on what you head north of I-90. Anywhere from 10 to 20, even upward of 25 degrees cooler compared to this same point yesterday. And we'll start to see that change more and more East River into the southeast as we head into the day on Wednesday. We do have our cold front continuing to move on through. We've had a couple of little showers trying to make their presence known along the Highway 12 corridor, 212 as well, but not all of it making its way to ground level. But it's trying. Overall, though, the trend is dry, at least through Wednesday. Speaking of Wednesday, a beautiful day tomorrow. Cooler as well, with temperatures in the low to mid 60s for southeastern KELOLAND. To the northeast, 50s and a couple of low 60s out there as well. But to the west, it's a different story. It's nothing too out of the ordinary, but we're back to either side of 70. Notice that southerly breeze already starting to set up shop again out in western portions of South Dakota. We have a few opportunities for rain to talk about, one better than the other. We'll talk about that as we head through the hour.
Thank you, Adam. The Sioux Falls City Council will introduce a new ordinance proposal for parking in downtown this afternoon. It would ban vehicles longer than 18 feet from parking on Phillips Avenue between 9th and 13th Streets. The proposal comes due to the narrowness of the street in that area, which causes longer vehicles to stick out into the driving lane. Sioux Falls police spoke with KELOLAND News about it today. They voiced their support for the proposal, saying it's probably needed at this point. You can learn more about the measure and hear what police had to say in a KELOLAND.com original by Jacob Newton online now. Rapid City has also dealt with similar parking issues in its downtown area. The city issues citations for vehicles that overhang into the street. Rapid City also offers alternative parking away from St. Joseph and Main Streets on side streets.
Well, it's not a parking issue that has a Colorado man and his truck making headlines. How he used the pickup to help another driver experiencing a medical episode while on the freeway. Kennedy Cook from CBS Denver has the story.
Ryan Myrick has owned his red Dodge pickup truck since he was 28.
It's been stolen 3 times. Finds its way home every time.
15 years later, the car has remained in good condition, driving fair, and most recently helped save a life.
I was on my way home from my job site Friday. It was probably 3:30, I think, is when this all happened. I left work early that day, too, so it was for a reason, I think.
Ryan says he was driving westbound on 6th Avenue near Wadsworth Boulevard when he noticed this car swerving on the highway and eventually hitting the dividing median.
So I thought it was a drunk driver at first.
He quickly realized that wasn't the case.
Pulled up next to the car and I noticed the lady was hunched over, completely hunched over on the passenger seat. Seatbelt on and everything.
So to be clear, you're on an expressway.
65 miles an hour on 6th Avenue West.
Ryan said he had to act fast.
I instantly said I got to stop her because she was going to hit the Wadsworth off-ramp. So I pulled my truck in front of her car and made sure she was right behind me, and then I slowly started to stop and let her just hit the back of my truck.
A nearby officer arriving to the scene as Ryan tried to rescue the driver.
We broke the window open. I ran around the driver's side, reached in, and shut the keys off.
Ryan tells us the woman's now recovering, while he and his red Dodge pickup are back on the road.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Keeping an eye out for anyone who may need a helping hand.